Today we'll be taking a look at the Airlift 1000 air helper springs. Now these are going to fit in between your coil springs on the rear of your vehicle to support that rear suspension a little bit more. It's going to help out in those situations where we're carrying heavy loads in our vehicle and we need to bring that back end back up and reduce the typical squat that you get from putting a lot of weight on the back end, whether you're hauling a trailer, maybe a gooseneck, or whatever the case may be. Typically with these kinds of springs are going to be used on more SUV type cars. These are going to be a fit in particular for the 1991 through 2006 Toyota Land Cruiser, the 1996 through 1997 Lexus LX 450, and the 1998 through 2002 Lexus LX 470. So typically you're going to be hauling a trailer, maybe an enclosed trailer, and this is going to help make your vehicle better able to haul whatever it is you're carrying without causing any issues. Whenever the back end of your vehicle starts to squat down, it brings that front end up. Now your headlights are pointing up in the air. You don't have the same sort of handling that you should, since the tires are coming off the ground ever so slightly, and it can kind of mess with that front suspension geometry. So by having something in our rear coil springs, it's going to alleviate all those problems. It makes for a more comfortable ride as well. It takes out that rough ride that you typically get, and it also helps to make your OEM suspension components last a little bit longer, since we're able to spread out that weight across more items. It just helps to make sure that those things last longer. Each spring inflates independently. See, at the top we'll have that little valve. Whenever you go to install these, you'll want to squish them down, roll them up as much as you can, and then that'll make it easier to actually get them in place in your air spring. It also helps to use that cap to keep them deflated, and then you can finagle them through the spring once they're in place, take that cap back off, and then they'll inflate back up. We'll also get a length of 1/4 inch air tube to get this run between our bags and then to our rear mounting point. It does come with a T in case you want to put those two together to make them work together. Having them separate means you can adjust for off-center loads and adjust each one independently. Having one connected system means that they'll both rise and fall at the same rate, but that can be nice, since then you only have to worry about one valve at the back. It comes with 2 valves and all the hardware to get that installed. Some people will mount this to their bumper, maybe to a bracket mounted around their hitch. I've also seen people put these in 2 of the bolt hole locations for their license plate, so that's kind of integrated into the look of the vehicle and it's kind of hidden and nice that way. Or I've also seen people put these in next to their gas cap on their truck, so you have to route it up next to that, of course making sure that you don't damage anything along the way. That can be nice too, since you'll have it right there readily available. It just kind of depends on your level of comfortability with installing everything and how you want to inflate those airbags. It does have a manual inflation valve there, but you can get a compressor to go with this system if you want to be able to automatically adjust the air pressure inside your cab. Those are sold separately. You can find them here at Etrailer.com. The load leveling capacity that you'll get out of these bags is up to 1,000 pounds. The thing to note with that is that it's not going to increase your vehicle's weight carrying capacity. It doesn't increase your payload. It just helps to support that much weight. But you never want to exceed the manufacturer's recommended weight limit, and always check your owner's manual to see just how much weight you can carry with your vehicle. Our air pressure is adjustable between 5 psi and 35 psi. It does have a lifetime warranty and a 60-day satisfaction guarantee from Airlift. One last thing I want to mention with these is that they are made in the USA. And that's going to do it for our look at the Airlift 1000 air helper springs for coil springs in the rear.